The movie opens with a crushing breakup. Anna is at a friend's wedding when she complains to Gabriel, her boyfriend, that she is the only single one left in her friendship circle. Gabriel says she is in a relationship with him, so technically she isn't single. Anna says this isn't what she means, and he knows that. Gabriel says it isn't the place and time to discuss this. Anna reminds him of his promise to get her an engagement ring. 9 months have passed since then, but no ring. Gabriel says they are together and love each other. This is all that matters. Anna finds it not enough. She wants to know when he is going to propose to her. Gabriel says someday he will. Someday isn't what Anna wants to hear. She says it is better to end this relationship if it isn't heading towards marriage. To her dismay, Gabriel says yes, they should break up. Anna looks at him in disbelief. She says it was silly of her to say whatever she said. Gabriel says he is not ready for marriage, and since this is exactly what Anna wants, the best option is to part ways. Anna breaks down into tears. She begs Gabriel to not leave her. She says she won't mention marriage ever. Gabriel asks her to get hold of herself. Anna's crying and pleading have drawn the attention of other guests. Gabriel says it isn't only the pressure of getting married that is making him leave her. It is more than that. Anna is too much of a mess to ask what he means. She starts pleading more and in a loud voice. Gabriel asks her not to create a scene. The bride and groom look over at them. Gabriel is embarrassed. He gets up to leave. In a desperate attempt to stop him from leaving, Anna holds his leg. Now everyone at the church is having their eyes on them. Gabriel keeps walking out with Anna being dragged, her hands tightly around his ankle. 6 months have passed by. Anna is still not over Gabriel. She curses her fate when her car's rear smashed into one parked behind. She is outside her parents' place for their 35th wedding anniversary. She looks dispirited. Her sister, Julia, asks her to hurry and come inside. Anna blames Julia for her damaged car. Julia doesn't protest this ridiculous blame. Anna groans and gets out of the car. She congratulates her dad, Hector, who introduces her to his friend. And the very thing she wanted to avoid by not coming over starts happening. His friend says he has met Anna already at her wedding. Hector corrects him, saying it was Julia's wedding and Anna is still single. Anna gets away. She asks a waiter to give her paella but with seafood and greens removed. Julia looks at her and knows Anna isn't in her right mind. It is like that since Gabriel left. Julia's husband, Emilio, asks Anna if she and Gabriel have patched up. Julia eyes him for posing such a question. He surely doesn't take the cue. Anna says she is waiting for Gabriel to realize his mistake of losing her. Emilio says it has been too long to hope for that. Julia shushes him. They congratulate their mom, Maria. Julia gives her a present. A relative asks Anna about Gabriel. After an awkward silence, Mary tells about Gabriel dumping Anna. Anna says it is the other way around. The relative doesn't seem to buy that. She pities Anna for still being unmarried. So does Mary. Julia tries to dilute the situation and says that, unlike the olden days, today's modern life doesn't need one to marry to be happy. Julia in a subtle way reminds her relative of her own daughter, Tamara, who is unmarried too. The relative breaks it to them that Tamara has got engaged. And there they all stand listening to newly engaged Tamara ostentatiously narrating how her Japanese boyfriend proposed to her. She flashes her ring to obviously jealous and distressed Anna. Tamara points in the direction of her fiancé. He is handsome. Anna feels more distressed than ever. How did less pretty than her Tamara land such a good-looking guy? She corners Tamara in the restroom and asks her for the secret trick. Tamara tells of coaching classes she took. Coaching classes on how to get a husband. Anna laughs at that, saying it is so lame. Tamara is just not telling her what she actually did to get a fiancé. Tamara is furious at her for insulting her. She leaves, saying Anna will stay miserably single forever. For the rest of the party, Anna gets wasted, drinking heavily. Her parents are giving a toast speech. All the guests, including Julia and Emilio, clap for them sticking together for all these years. The drunk Anna grabs a mic from Mary. Mary tries to keep the mic to herself, but Anna gets hold of it. Her parents and sister know what is coming. They manage to fake a smile for guests. Anna says it is hard to find a partner who wants to stick to the end. She calls Tamara too undeserving for her luck. Julia steps forward to take the mic away from her. Anna fights her and keeps on cursing life for not giving her what she wants. She hasn't lost hope and will surely find that kind of partner. She spells out her phone number for anybody interested to help her. Julia manages to snatch the mic away. Anna kicks the chair nearby in her frustration and scurries off. Julia and Emilio follow her outside to the parking. Anna regrets ruining the gathering. She blames Tamara for it. Julia again stays silent at her baseless blaming. She asks Anna to go home and not worry about anything for now. Anna keeps on whining. She wants to know why Gabriel left her. Julia says he was a moron, and she should feel lucky to get rid of him. Anna is too drunk to even stand steady. She keeps saying she loves Gabriel. Julia puts her in a taxi to send her home. Emilio asks her not to vomit in the taxi. Instead of going home, Anna has come to surprise Gabriel. She fixes herself up and puts on a smiling face. Apparently, she still has his apartment's key. She enters and starts calling for him in a seductively soft voice. She strips off her clothes to surprise her ex-boyfriend. She opens the door to the dining room and ends up flashing herself to more than just Gabriel. Gabriel has his parents over to meet his fiancée and her parents. Feeling humiliated, Anna starts to leave. Anna wasn't aware of Gabriel's engagement with his co-worker, Ingrid. She is surprised. Gabriel always said Ingrid is just a friend. He would call her chubby and with bad breath. Anna wonders why he said he wasn't ready to commit. Gabriel says it was actually her, to whom he wasn't ready to commit. Anna leaves feeling more heartbroken than before. She weeps all the way home. She wakes up to a Facebook notification the next morning. Gabriel has posted about his and Ingrid's engagement. The next thing Anna does is call Tamara to get information on the course she mentioned. Tamara is offended by the way Anna treated her last night, but she sends details anyways. Anna is at the center for the workshop. She is having second thoughts and is about to leave when the receptionist greets her. Anna gets her starter kit and nameplate. She goes and sits in the class. There are 4 more women in the class: Lola, Emma, Sandra, and Ilse. Emma and Sandra recognize each other from another workshop for improving sexual health, but choose to hide it. Sandra is a workaholic. Lola comes off as a lesbian. Emma is friendly and chatty. Ilse says a friend of hers did get married to a rich man after taking this course. The instructor, Lucilla, asks them what they have done so far to get a man. Sandra says she signed up on many dating apps, but no one there took her seriously. Lucilla says she has to take herself seriously first. Social media has made it easier to add people to your life and then kick them out just as easily. If men can use social media to their advantage, so can women, but through a measured approach. This workshop is about learning that approach. Anna starts laughing at Lucilla's claims and leaves, saying it isn't a class for her. She swears at Lucilla for calling her life tedious while driving home. She leaves a voice message to Tamara, saying her suggestion was useless. Suddenly her car breaks down. She pulls it over and blames Tamara for it. She calls Julia to help her. She arrives and gets Anna's car towed away. Julia asks her why she didn't take her car to the mechanic. It has been causing problems for a long time. Anna says she didn't worry about the car because she thought she would get married and wouldn't need this car. Julia tells her some home truths. She doesn't have money. Her life is a mess. Anna isn't ready to hear this. She takes out her phone to order a cab. Her phone has a low battery. She curses Tamara again as if it is her fault. Julia orders a cab for her. Anna stomps over the framed photo of her and Gabriel together. The next day, she is back at the workshop. She peeks through the door left open ajar. Lucilla is teaching the class how to dress. They should be in feminine clothing. Not too loose to look boring. Not too tight to expose flaws. She asks Sandra to stop wearing business wears. Lucilla sees Anna peeking. She lets her in. Lucilla says men always go after women with good appearances, so they should work on their appearances if they want a man. Emma raises her hand to ask if it isn't better to get a man who likes her for her inner self. Lucilla asks her if any man has ever cared to notice who she is within. Everyone in the class scoffs. They all are in a dressing room of a store, choosing outfits for themselves. Lola finds every dress very expensive. Aissa asks her not to worry as they will find a husband rich enough to pay for shopping only if they invest now. Emma says she has already chosen a wedding gown. Lucilla asks Lola to get out of her boxers and wear girly clothes. She criticizes Aissa for wearing too many revealing dresses. She thinks Sandra is doing better now with her choice of clothing. Anna is wearing the right dress but isn't feeling herself in it. Lucilla encourages her to feel confident. They are now in a salon for their makeovers. Jewelry, hairdos, nail paint. Anna is glammed up. The first person she goes to flaunt her new look to is Julia. She tells Julia about the workshop she has joined. Julia asks what she needs it for. Anna reminds her of saying that her life is a mess and that she needs to take control of it. Julia says Anna could have made her life better by so many other things, instead of being in a club for desperate women. In the next class, Lucilla says they need to go out and search for their man. Anna hopelessly says there is no one out there for her. Lucilla says she can't find the right guy if she stays inside, stalking her ex. Anna feels guilty as charged. Lucilla advises them to get out of their stagnant life and step into the real world. No binge-watching TV shows or connecting with men online. They need to broaden their options instead of putting effort into online dating. She gives them homework. Go on one date before the next class. A week to find a date. Anna goes to the gym to hunt for a man to date. She smiles at a guy working out. Apparently, he is looking in her direction as well. After a few minutes of flirtatious smiling, Anna notices him staring not at her but at a girl behind her. Anna rolls her eyes and sets off for another man, the one running on a treadmill. She makes small talk with him, and there, he turns out to be gay. His boyfriend arrives. She is about to give up but Lucilla's voice rings in her ears. Keep trying. Anna gets in a boxing ring but ends up breaking the nose of a guy. He leaves angrily. Before hopelessness dawns upon her, she sees a possibility with the boxing coach, Rodrigo, standing nearby. She seizes the day and asks him if he can help her practice boxing. He agrees. The next class is about what to say and do on the first date. Lucilla advises them to stay to the point and not talk at length. Men try to cajole women into telling their secrets by sharing their secrets first. They should not lower their guard and always show the good side of themselves. She forbids them from getting intimate on the first date. The ladies are hanging out after the class. Lola wonders why Lucilla thinks she is homosexual. Seems like everyone thinks same about her. Ayesha tells them Lucilla was married 7 times and has been divorced every time. Lola wonders why every guy runs away in the morning even after having a great time with her the previous night. Ayesha says it happens to her too even though she is attractive. The other ladies lift their eyebrows at Ayesha's vanity. Sandra says her husband left her after a 7-year relationship. He said she worked too much. Everybody looks at her, intrigued by the fact that she doesn't seem to know he was so right. Emma says she wishes to have a gentleman who is good-looking, romantic, and sensitive. Lola says such men don't exist. They all laugh. Anna is on her first date with Rodrigo. He has brought her to his photography exhibition. His photographs are eccentric, nudity with weird abstract ideas behind them. He asks Anna about her past relationship and why she is still single. Anna tries to avoid answering, according to Lucilla's training. But on seeing Rodrigo taking offense, she spills the truth. How she wanted commitment, and he didn't. Rodrigo now knows what Anna wants and he surely doesn't want the same. Anna obviously can't see that. She ends up getting intimate with him. Lucilla's advice is down the drain. She realizes what she has done in the middle of the night. Rodrigo is asleep beside her. Her phone rings. She goes to the bathroom to attend. The ladies have a group audio call. Emma says her date was a failure. Ayesha says that her date is a much older man. He is all she could find. Sandra says her date was a lawyer and he stayed glued to his mobile screen, working. Lola's date left her to be with another girl then and there. Anna gets back to her bedroom to find Rodrigo gone. She sighs. Lucilla was right. For the following days, Anna will try to find a man. One of them is still hung on his ex. The other one judges Anna for saying no to intimacy on the first date. One is too much into seafood and she hates seafood. One turns out to be married and seems to love extramarital affairs. And one of them wants to be pleased sexually in exchange for dinner. Though she has mastered the art of answering questions about her past cleverly, there is no success so far in her goal. At her wit's end, Anna goes to get a beer. The store guy wants her to show a license. She doesn't have it now. She asks a man in the shop to buy beer on her behalf. He does, after a moment of reluctance. Anna sees a ray of hope. She asks for his name. It's Diego. He is charming, funny, and handsome. They go to the movies on their first date. He enjoys it while Anna keeps falling asleep. Then they go to have food. They talk about what they do for a living. Diego is an architect. Diego loves food. He wants Anna to try a certain seafood dish with him. She can't say no. This is the one decent man she could find, and she doesn't want to blow it up. She tries it and is disgusted by it, but of course, she won't show. Diego walks her home. They share a brief intimate moment. He is about to come to her place when she says she needs to be up early. First date without intimacy. She is learning and doing well now. Emma is doing well, though the guy isn't exactly what she wanted. Lucilla says no one is perfect. Sandra's date is already married, but she is cool with it. Ayesha is being ghosted, but she can't see that. Anna hasn't heard from Diego since their first date. She keeps checking her phone in anticipation. Lucilla forbids her from calling him. He will call if he is interested. She asks her to keep meeting new men. Anna is on a date with a guy she saw online. He is a musician. At the first hello, Anna finds he isn't the one or anything like his online profile. He orders drinks and Anna has to pay since he forgot to bring his wallet. Out of nowhere, Diego calls Anna. He says he was too occupied at work to call her. He asks her to meet. Anna, applying all Lucilla's lessons, says she is busy the entire week until the weekend. They decide on the weekend for a meetup. Anna is overjoyed. She says bye to the musician. Diego takes her to a restaurant. He orders seafood again. Anna once again feels obliged to eat it. He says he can tell she doesn't like seafood. He asks her to go for what she likes. She orders chocolate ice cream. Both talk about their families while enjoying ice cream. Anna talks highly of her parents' marriage lasting to date. The date ends with them having a sweet intimacy. Anna is excited to talk all about her successful date to her course mates, but hers is going to be overshadowed by Emma's. Emma has gotten engaged to the guy she was dating. She leaves the course with flying colors. Everyone is jealous and wonders why they are still officially single. Lucilla asks them to find an excuse to read their men's minds, whether he is planning to propose to them or not. Find a way to know this. A subtle way. Like, mention a friend getting married. Diego and Anna are on a romantic getaway. They are having a great time in a beautiful farmhouse. Anna is pretty hopeful that Diego will propose to her. They are strolling amid trees and greenery. Diego tells her about his last girlfriend who cheated on him. Suddenly Diego bends on his knee. Anna thinks he is about to propose but is disappointed to see he is only tying his shoelace. She is frustrated and impatient. The next day she tells Diego she is pregnant. He is overwhelmed with happiness and proposes to her. Back in the city, all her course mates are happy for Anna on getting engaged. Lucilla is suspicious. Anna admits she duped Diego. She is feeling guilty for lying. Anna is too upset to even sit through the bachelorette party her course mates throw her that night. Anna has brought Diego to meet her family. Nobody seems thrilled on hearing the news of her getting married. Their doubts are confirmed when Diego says Anna is pregnant. Julia is mad at Anna for not keeping her in the loop and rushing her relationship so fast. The very parents Anna was praising to Diego start arguing right there. Mary is angry at Hector for coming home late at night after hanging out with younger people at a bar. The next day, Anna goes to her parents' place to say she is displeased at their treatment of Diego. They break it to her that they are getting divorced. Anna reacts badly. She says she doesn't want them to ruin her wedding. Anna is trying wedding gowns with her course fellows. Gabriel passes by and enters the store to see Anna. Anna tells him she is getting married. He looks interested in talking to her. Ingrid comes to take him. The ladies insult Ingrid for stealing Anna's man and for her bad breath. Ingrid leaves, pulling Gabriel along. Later that night, Gabriel comes over to her apartment. He says he is sorry for being an idiot to her and he misses her. He starts getting intimate with her. Anna pushes him away on learning he is engaged to Ingrid but wants a fling with her. She asks him to leave. Anna goes to see Lucilla to vent out and seek guidance. Lucilla tells her to keep pretending and just get married. It will be over soon. Anna says she isn't sure if she is happy with having things this way. She is tired of keeping up with the facade. She asks Lucilla about her 7 failed marriages. Lucilla says it was her story. Anna has hers. Diego is choosing a wedding cake. He finds Anna disturbed about something. He asks her what is wrong. She starts running away in panic. Diego chases her and catches her. She tells him the truth. She asks for his forgiveness after taking off the ring and handing it back to him. Diego says nothing but looks sad. He leaves without saying anything. Anna is devastated. She goes to Julia's and cries her heart out. Anna says she can never have what Julia and Emilio have. Julia says they are no perfect couple. They are having intimacy issues, but they love each other and will sail through it. Anna wonders why she never shared this before with her. Julia says Anna has always been self-centered and makes everything about herself. Anna apologizes for not being there for her. It is Emma's wedding today. Anna dresses up in a red satin dress with earrings. She goes to attend the wedding. She isn't jealous or worried about being single. She is genuinely happy for Anna. The ladies see one another there. Aissa has found an affluent businessman. It is going to be his 5th marriage with Aissa. Sandra is back with her ex-husband. The ladies take a selfie with the bride. Anna hopes Diego forgives her someday. Anna smiles at the ladies dancing. A man comes up to her to ask for a dance. She declines politely. Aissa calls Anna to join them in dancing. Anna goes and dances. She looks happier. Her life seems to carry some meaning now. She is still single though. She is enjoying someone else's wedding without breaking down. Isn't that progress?